Take a deep breath. Because every time I finish a project as magnificent as this, I need to take a deep breath. Hi, this is Bonnie with By Bonnie Jewelry, where I talk about all things diamonds and craftsmanship, well now color gems as well. If you're in the market for green emeralds or you just love colors in general, and you're like, Bonnie, I don't know where to start. When I type green emerald, all kinds of quality and price point comes up. So in this video, I'm gonna pull the curtain and give you a behind the scenes curation process, how I handpick each stone for my client, Laura. Hi, Laura. I'm gonna teach you what to look for, what to avoid, and most importantly, what price point to set in your mind. Okay, number one is definitely gonna be color and hue. So when I look at a green emerald, I really wanna focus on what I see the first moment I'm looking at it, and in different lighting. So green, vibrant, that really speaks to me. Now, that can also be personal, where some people prefer the lighter green. I've seen emeralds that come from different parts. Let's say there's Zambian, there's Colombian, there's even emeralds that come out of Russia. They all have kind of this different hue. First, it's to identify the color that you like. Second, I usually like to avoid stones that look really dull and don't have any life to it. Sometimes even have this like grayish tone. When I look at green emeralds, I really want to be excited. Natural inclusions are definitely 1000% acceptable in green emeralds. So a little fun fact, green emeralds are in the beryl family. So what else are in there? Aquamarine, morganite. You'll see that those gemstones are typically a little softer and they're a little bit more brittle. So you'll see that a lot of green emeralds are treated with natural oil to enhance their clarity, and that is a very acceptable thing in the trade. So now let's talk about price point, okay? Green emeralds, literally the price can be hundreds up to millions. For me, I feel like the stone color, how it speaks to me, and if it falls into my price point, really. Okay, so let's pull the curtain and see our curation process.
Color stones are really tricky, color gemstones, because the calibration is different than diamonds. But what predominantly I'm looking for is uniformity in color, saturation, and clarity. So that's really important for me. So here are the stones that we picked out. This project was inspired by my ring. So initially, my client and I were talking about what's the right look, and for her, this is like a real investment where she's investing in adding on to her current collection, her jewelry collection. So eventually we came to the conclusion that having larger stones would be nicer in green emerald. For me, color is really important, and I really wanted to put something together for her that can be versatile, stackable with her existing collection. We're very precise in what we do, so every single stone, it's calibrated.
3.27.
Julian is a jeweler.
And now going back to the specific details of these bands, my client wanted it in gold. She's actually going to be stacking it with a round diamond in the middle, or sometimes with other things. The most important thing when I build a custom piece for my client is what is already in your wardrobe. So if you compare this to the pink sapphire band, so this was the original inspiration. This is one size down from this because this is very chunky. If you look at it side by side, you can see that this is a little smaller per stone. We still use the Asscher cut. I love that because it's a square, you can then see the layout of the green a little closer to each other rather than this being a longer emerald. I feel like it would take up more top space and you would see the color less. Now the curation process when you're doing a band, like a matching band, not just a single stone, is even more important because in a large parcel, not only do you have to calibrate each and every single stone, making sure that they line up, they have to line up with the diamonds too on top of it. So there's a lot of engineering that goes into choosing the stones to make this ring. Of course, the craftsmanship, it's a very manual process. No two sets are ever really gonna look the same because these are natural gemstones, so they are gonna vary in color, in inclusion. I think that's what makes them so unique, is that not every single stone is the same. But I have also done lab-grown green emeralds before, and they do look a little bit more uniform in color. Here's a close-up of natural green emeralds and lab-grown green emeralds. What do you think? Do you like the more uniform look, or you kind of like the inclusions and the different colors and depths on the natural ones. If you love the behind the scenes video, definitely tell me in the comments below who wants to see blue sapphire version, ruby versions of these. And before I let you go, a little pro tip on how to care for green emeralds. Number one is avoid harsh chemicals or the ultrasonic machine. If you are a dentist, if you bought one of those machines that you clean diamonds with, you definitely cannot put your green emeralds in there, because green emeralds, like I mentioned earlier, oftentimes are treated with natural oil, and you might just, I don't know, mess up your green emeralds that way. And secondly, green emeralds are definitely softer, so highly do not recommend wearing it to the gym or even gardening or cooking or doing anything that requires impact, because you might chip your green emerald. Did you love this green emerald feature? If you did, please follow me on Instagram at @ByBonnieJewelry, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you're interested in these bands, I will leave the links in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.